People looked at him and asked, "Why are you supporting this woman?" While he was on Ellen, which was being canceled. There are still a lot of people who believe that Stephen Twitch Boss's death made no sense. A friend of his is now claiming that the stress may have been brought on by the pressure he felt from working on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Likewise, a great deal of things about his unexpected passing actually has neither rhyme nor reason. Is it necessary for the police to conduct additional research? I have every muddled detail. As a result, when Twitch passed away, it was reported that he had stayed at the Oak Tree Inn and was supposed to check out the next day at 11:00 a.m. A hotel manager went to knock on his door when he didn't check out. At that point, they came across his lifeless body. The information was confirmed by a hotel guest, who stated that it occurred around 11:15. They checked me before knocking on the door. She only knows the body and didn't actually see him. After that, she emerged. She was terrified. According to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner, at the time, county officials confirmed that Twitch died of a self-inflicted injury, and the case was closed. According to a friend, the coroner should investigate Ellen DeGeneres, his former boss. I'm Heartbroken, which Ellen posted on Instagram, was one of the first tributes to Twitch. Twitch was nothing but light and love. I adored him with all my heart because he was my family. He will be missed. She also shared a video on Facebook with a caption, "What I want to do is remember all the love and laughter I had with Twitch." It showed some of her favorite Twitch moments. He brought me so much happiness. I'm sure he did the same for you. Furthermore, it is evident that she has a long history with Twitch. My life and our show were forever altered when I met someone more than a decade ago. Twitch, I'm referring to you as well. Come on in 2014, Twitch began DJing on Ellen's show. Joined the show as an executive producer in 2020 and remained with her until May 2022, when it came to an end. Ellen even started to get a little emotional as she continued to talk about how much Twitch meant to her. Would you like to share something with Twitch? Like, what is his significance to you? Well, I don't want to leave right now. Twitch's friend Tadrick Hall said that the scandal on Ellen DeGeneres' show put pressure on Twitch. People weren't made to handle that much pressure. His expression said, "Remember," as I related my experience. A note was said to have been left behind by Twitch. The LAPT confirmed that he mentioned past difficulties with which he was still struggling, despite the fact that the note's contents were not specified by the investigators who found it. Additionally, Todrick asserts that Ellen Show's toxic workplace was largely responsible for those previous difficulties. Personally, I do not have any evidence to suggest that the unhealthy work environment contributed in any way to his passing. But one thing I do know is that if an organization offers you the executive producer position, it is much easier to get you to work on the show. Okay, those who are able to recall, Ellen's year 2020 was one hell of a mess, when she was anonymously accused by several former employees of allowing a culture of colorism, fear, and intimidation to flourish. Based on the findings of a BuzzFeed report, an employee essentially quit her job after claiming to be fed up with comments made about her race. Others claimed that their direct managers also told them not to talk to Ellen if they saw her around the studio. The majority of former employees actually attributed the day-to-day toxicity to executive producers and other senior managers. However, a former employee stated that in the end, Ellen's name appears on the show, and that she really needed to take on more responsibility for the atmosphere of the workplace. You may recall what I said about working as an executive producer. Yeah, it's very simple to get dirty. A Black woman who used to work on the show told BuzzFeed News that during her year and a half as an employee, she received insulting remarks, actions, and microaggressions. She said that a senior producer told her and another black employee when they were hired, "Oh, wow, you both have box braids." I hope we don't confuse you. Used really like? She also claimed that one of the primary authors told her, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people who work here at a work party." Now consider how difficult it must have been for Twitch, an African-American executive producer. And as if that weren't bad enough, a former employee claimed that after nearly a year of working on the Ellen DeGeneres show, they took 1 month of medical leave to check into a mental health facility because they tried to kill themselves. They were informed that they had been fired the week after they returned to work. The former employee also stated, and I quote, that although some producers openly discuss mental health and addiction awareness, they are to blame for the stigma. Be kind is a mantra that they categorically do not live by. Therefore, when Ellen returned to the show, she actually addressed those allegations by saying, "I found out that things happened here that shouldn't have. I take that very seriously, and I sincerely apologize to the affected individuals. I am aware of the responsibility that comes with being in a position of power and privilege. You must also be aware that despite the fact that the news drew a lot of criticism toward Ellen, Twitch also received some criticism for supporting her. Therefore, Todrick claims that people were questioning him. Why are you still supporting this woman?" He also told Page Six specifically, and I believe he was under a lot of pressure. Todrick added, "I don't know what was going on in his life that may have led him to make that decision, but I do understand right now," adding that the circumstance had a negative impact on Twitch's mental health. "There is only so much a human being can handle when I get online. Like right now, if I were in the wrong position where this would continue for years and years." Todrick stated that Twitch was simply a person who has always stood by him. He was always considerate and straightforward. Additionally, we collaborated on the production of TikTok videos when I visited his residence a few times. He would never do anything like this because he seemed so happy. One thing that fans can unquestionably agree on is that, despite Twitch's passing, rumors persist that the videos that preceded his death showed him content. Like in this interview, where he mentioned how excited he is to bring his wife coffee every morning. "Every morning, I make her coffee in her bed. That, I believe, is one of my first acts of love for the day, and it's one of my favorite things. She doesn't necessarily have to get out of bed in order for her coffee to be delivered. I'll come over with it, give her a gentle kiss, and then wake her up. Do you comprehend what I mean?" Also, in December 2022, just a few days before he died, Twitch celebrated his 9th anniversary with Allison, his wife, by writing "Happy Anniversary, My Love at Allison Holt," and using the hashtag 9years. On Instagram, Allison also commemorated their anniversary by posting a reel. It was literally too adorable. Prior to that, they were chatting with Jennifer Hudson on an episode about having more children. My goodness. Do you miss having a young child at home? Yes, I do. We would absolutely love to apply for another one, in my opinion. Oh no, however, we do. I adore the newborns. To be honest, it's a constant conversation because I love him.